Okay guys, so we're gonna talk about self-discipline for a minute. This is something that a lot of people don't like to talk about. The reason why is a lot of people don't like to be held accountable. Okay, now if you're gonna do anything great in your life, you're gonna need a coach, you're gonna need somebody with you, you're gonna need some type of accountability, okay? So what I need you to understand right now is that, and I need you to take notes, write down routines, okay? Write down, who am I gonna have hold me accountable? Okay, write down, is my why and my dream big enough? Is it big enough for me to actually want to be disciplined? Okay, like if you have a little baby small dream right now, you may be like, oh, you know, I don't need to be that disciplined to get to there. But when you start dreaming really big, when you start choosing to have a big life, which I know that you have, that's not even a question, but I need you to understand, you'll decide to be self-disciplined because there's no way that you can get there without being self-disciplined. Now I want to give you some of the best advice you'll ever get. I'm going to tell you how I beat a lot of people. And I don't talk about this a lot, but I want to share this with you because obviously you guys trust me to tell you everything, okay? I'm not, like I said, I'm not that smart. I'm not a genius. I know how to do the mundane things passionately over and over, day to day, for years at a time, which allows me to compound things very well, okay? And a lot of people, when you self-discipline, you can get into compound. When you don't have self-discipline, you cannot get into compound because you're running on a treadmill and you never grow. I hope that makes sense to you. So one of the things that I do, since I'm not the smartest guy in the room, I know that, like with my diet, right? I know that if I want to have a great body, I have a six-pack, I'm lean, I'm clean, I'm 44 years old, I'm in better shape now than I was in my 20s and 30s. Why? Because I understand the value of self-discipline. I understand that in the beginning, self-discipline doesn't seem that it pays, okay? But soon enough, you're gonna realize that it's the most paying thing that you'll ever have in your life. So as I started to eat really clean in a diet, in the beginning, I didn't really see that much. But after 90 days, dude, who I had become, the mental clarity that I had, the way that I believed in myself, the way that my clothes fit, but really, me continuing to stay on something, okay, which is a routine to me, okay? A routine is I wake up at 5 a.m. At 9, I'm eating my first meal. I know what I'm gonna eat. I don't have to think about what to eat. See, if you're guessing what's next, see, I built a great life, so if you wanna know how to build one, I'm gonna tell you how to build it. I can tell you how I built it, I can tell you what I've built, and I can tell you exactly how you can build yours. It's very simple, it's a routine. No routine, no great life. No routine, no breaking records. No routine, no top 1% in your industry, okay? So I woke up and I hit the gym and then I would fast, I would eat aminos, right? And then at 9 a.m. I would eat yogurt. I would literally, and I'm just giving you an example of a routine to me. It would be not honey yogurt, but non-fat yogurt, and it's about 20 grams per serving. I would eat 2, and I'd put some walnuts and I put berries on it. At noon, I would eat bison and rice, okay? A cup of rice, 2 cups of bison. 8 ounces of meat, okay? And then listen to me. Now notice, this is a routine. I don't have to think. My alarm goes off. I'm working, I'm doing things, alarm hits, boom, discipline kicks in, time to eat. Now I want you to understand something about discipline. Discipline isn't fun. Eating clean, getting a six-pack, getting ripped isn't eating food that I want. I had to look at food as fuel. Fuel to get me to this next level in life, fuel to maintain this body that I want and continue to increase. So I'm eating things sometimes that I don't want to eat. Okay, I'm changing up my diet. I don't hate what I eat. It's good food. But sometimes when I smell pizza, I'm like, damn man, I want some of that. That's not in my routine. So my self-discipline says, okay, I want some of that, and I see a lot of people eating it, okay? But they're coming up every day asking me, how can they look like me? So if I go eat that, they're not gonna come keep asking me, how can they look like me? The team that I lead, the example that I share for all of them, okay, if I go eat that, is that a good example to them? If I go eat that, can I keep this body for long? Self-discipline, I want you to write down pros and cons. Self-discipline, consequences. There's good consequences, there's bad consequences. Stop getting distracted. Are you ready to turn your annual income into your monthly income? If you want to make more money in 2025 than ever before, you want to recreate your life, you want to put a financial fence around your family, you're ready to change, you got to be like my boy Tommy here. He's training on the Elliott Training Academy. Listen, it takes a couple things. Number one, life coaching, leadership training. The quality of your life will always come down to the level of your leadership. So the life that you have now is because the leader that you are. It's time to change. If you're ready to change your life, download now. So every time you go to break a discipline that you're putting in place right now, I want you to think, what's the consequence here? Like if you don't eat right one time, like is your body gonna fall apart? No, it's not. But if you do that one time a day, eventually the 90 days of hard work you put in, the year of hard work you put in, within 30 to 60 days, you can be back to where you started. And I watch people, it's like running a marathon. Without discipline, you're on a 26-mile marathon. You run 10, 12 miles, you're proud of yourself, you do a good job, and at some point you're just like, dude, I'm just tired of doing this. And then you go back to the starting line. And then you know what? You watch someone who finished a 26-mile run, you see the joy they have in their life, and you see what they accomplished, and you're like, why the hell did I quit? Why the hell couldn't I stay in that game? And then you're at the starting line again. Now, I've been through this a lot, and I don't go through this anymore. And I'm going to tell you what's kept me from going back to my old ways. It's discipline. Now, discipline has to have accountability. So I need you to do me a favor. Write down on a piece of paper, who are you going to have hold you accountable? Yes, I'm going to hold you accountable. Yes, I'm going to be talking to you all the time. But I need someone directly close to you that you talk to every day. And by the way, listen to me. If you go to your wife, you're like, well, okay, let me go tell my wife. Let me have her hold me accountable. When you go tell her, she's had you break a lot of false promises before. You've said you were going to do stuff. She doesn't think you're going to do it, okay? And by the way, I want you to understand this is an opportunity for you to prove to her that you are going to do it right this first time and prove to yourself, okay? I need you to understand this. If I say, well, you're not going to do it, I'm going to hold you accountable, but you're going to be back to the same way in 3 days, just like you did all those other times. Shouldn't that fuel you to be like, yeah, okay, hey, fair, honey, totally fair. I get it. Thank you for reminding me how many times that I've let myself down, and I needed that. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it in a little bag, and every single time that I think about breaking this discipline cycle, this routine that I've committed to, guess what? I'm going to think about what you just said to me, that you don't keep your promises, you don't do what you say you're going to do, you're going to quit at one point, and I want you to pull just enough out of that for you to stick to that discipline and not cheat, and not quit, and not revert back to your old ways, or not take a shortcut, okay? Discipline is everything. Shortcuts will get you nowhere. By the way, there is no shortcut. Discipline is the road. It is an ugly road in the beginning. Now it's a beautiful road. See, I know right now when I make a plan how I'm going to get somewhere and how I'm going to get it faster than everyone else. I'm going to make a plan, I'm going to make a blueprint, I'm going to make a strategy, I'm going to be disciplined to the plan, and it's going to happen, and I'm going to execute, and that will be fulfilled, and that is going to happen. That is it. But the secret magic sauce is the discipline. So what else are we going to have? We're going to have some willpower. Now I want you to write this down. Never sell your will to win. What I've learned is the people that win, the people that go to the top, they never sell out. Okay? Look, I'm going to explain two ways that you could crush your will. Okay? Number one, you're at a level of success right now in your life and you're doing better than you ever thought you were going to do. So your will is watered down. Your will is going away. You never thought you'd be here. Now you're here and now you're not hungry. Now you don't have the chip on your shoulder. You're not the person you once were. Your big 90-day run that got you that momentum you needed to build the business, that 90-day run was there when your will was on fire, when you had a chip on your shoulder, when you were thinking about, proving everybody wrong, when you were in a state of madness and you were going to the top. Remember, maybe someone said in that 90-day run that you couldn't make it, you weren't going to make it, or maybe someone said they believed in you. And you were like, damn, man, my wife says she finally believes in me. Dude, I'm going to go get it. And you went and got it. Okay? Because so people get triggered two different ways. Hey, you're not going to make it. I don't believe in you. Or hey, I believe in you. I know you can do it. Dude, when you tell me you believe in me, I love it. That's cool, but that doesn't trigger me. Okay? Because I believe in me. When you tell me you don't believe in me, I'm going to make you eat your words. Okay? So I need you to know what triggers you. But that will must stay alive. So right now, people sell their will to win one of two ways. One, they get to a certain point, they're doing better than they ever thought. Then they sell their will and then they end up losing it all, or they maintain. And there's nothing that stays maintaining. Things grow or they die. You evolve or you die. There's no coasting forward. It'll eventually go down. So if you're in a state right now where you're sold your will to win, you're doing better than ever, you better find your edge fast. And that's why I'm with you. And I think that edge is discipline. I think that edge is accountability. I think that edge is a new routine that challenges you. Another deal, don't ever sell your will to win. What does that mean? On the second side, that means maybe you get rejected. That means people are telling you they don't believe in you. Maybe you just lost your best customer. Okay, maybe you feel like the last 6 months have been nothing but a test day every freaking day. Maybe somebody got sick. Okay, maybe somebody died. Maybe somebody broke up with you. Maybe you got a divorce. Maybe somebody fired you. Maybe somebody said you sucked. Maybe your life is complete hell right now. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. Maybe it is. But you know what I can tell you? You never, ever, ever want to sell your will to win, no matter what. No matter how much rejection you get, no matter how much adversity you get, I need you to understand this. That stuff is molding you to become who you need to become. You're being forged by the fire of like adversity to become who you need to become to build this new life. Okay? So right now, if you're at the top, okay, you better get that chip back on your shoulder, because if not, eventually you're going to go back down, and you don't want that. By the way, also, the will. If you are coming up and you are doing great, okay, what's the mountain? What do you want to hit? You better have another mountain to go to once you get to that one. Because I've always learned if you hit a mountain and there's not another mountain, you're going to get taken out. You'll lose all of it because you'll kill your momentum, and that drive that got you to there, you must even have more drive to get to that next one. This is about feeding the machine, which is you, in every area of your life. So routine right now, what do you want? If you want to get on a diet, how about this? Okay, 100 days straight, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to get a calendar. I'm going to put 100 boxes. I'm going to put it on my wall, and I'm going to put day 1. And day 1, I'm going to eat clean. That means I'm going to eat clean every day, and then every third day. So day 1, I eat clean, no cheating, no snacking. Day 2, no pops, only water. No cheating, no snacking. Day 3, I get a cheat meal. I get 1 cheat meal. So 1 clean, cheat meal with my family, pizza night. Okay, day 4, day 5, clean. Day 6, clean, cheat meal. So I'm doing 100 days, I've got a routine, I've got a calendar, I'm Xing them off each day, and every third day I get a cheat meal. Dude, could you imagine what your body would look like in that? Okay, what about this? I'm gonna study for an hour and a half. I got a 100-day routine here. I'm gonna study for an hour and a half every day on personal self-development. For an hour and a half. No phone, no text messages, no distractions, no work, nobody around. Quiet time. What? Quiet time? Yes. Time to you. No phone. Put that phone away. You cannot have a phone. Grab a book, grab a pen, and say, all right, I'm going to read this book, and I'm not going to watch video. Okay? You can watch video sometimes, maybe 45 minutes video, 45 minutes book. Okay? Like you're doing now with me. And I want you to grab a pen. I want you to underline everything that you see that you like. And then when you get to a page, I've learned you could read one book 100 times, right? Or you could read 100 books one time, okay? I've learned when I find something I like, if I see a page, I'm like, damn man, whoa, that page is deep. I'll read that page 100 times until I understand it, until it's seared in my brain, until I own it. And then now it's a part of me. Okay? So you're digging for things that trigger you. Remember, this is self-development, guys. This is what we're doing. We're doing self-mastery right now. Without discipline, without a routine, without a accountability, without increasing your will and feeding it like never before, guys, this isn't motivation. This is who you must become. I'm not motivating you. Guys, if you watch this video right now and you're like, man, I'm inspired. Okay, I like that, but I didn't do this to inspire you. I did this to build a spirit inside of you that says, I'm going to become more alive than ever. I am being taught now, but I will be the teacher. I will become the example for the entire world, and I will be the teacher for everyone else. Guys, this is your time right now. There's nothing greater than knowing that you lived a life that counts, okay? And if you do this, and you can write down a routine. So right now we're gonna do some homework. What routine are you gonna choose first? We're not gonna do 3 routines. We're gonna choose one. What are you gonna do? Is it gonna be a studying routine? For how long and for how many days? We must have a goal. What do you want? When do you want it by? And then I need you to go print out, if it's 100 days, if it's 50, whatever, print it out, 50 boxes, okay? By the way, remember, consistency overrides everything. We're gonna do it on the weekends too. There's no Monday through Friday, take off Saturday, Sunday. We are going to do it. If it's 50 days, it's 50 consecutive days. Why? Because that's how we break and kill off the old us, and we develop the new us, which is why we're doing this together. The goal is to change the way that you look at yourself, change the way you look at life, change the way you learn. Write this down. Fall in love with learning. Fall in love with self-developing. Fall in love with changing yourself. Fall in love with it, which means I can't believe that I get to make these changes while I still have a good life ahead of me. This is so great. Could you imagine waking up and then it's the end of your life saying, I wish I would have while you're sitting on a bedpan? You're not there. You guys can change now, okay? So I like this. That's why this is preventative training. This is showing you what your competition doesn't want you to see. We're allowing you to look at the cracks in your own castle, right? So nobody wheels a Trojan horse in on your life and takes you out. I want you to know yourself better than anyone else. Okay? Most people, they learn their business, they learn it, but they never learn themselves. Okay? They never learn how to grow themselves. All right? Now, as me mentoring you, me teaching you, I'm going to tell you the edge that you will have over everyone else is what you're training on right now. So what routine are you going to do? Who are you going to tell about this routine to hold you accountable? And then we're going to finish one last thing. I want you to write this down. Who are we going to remove? When we announce this new routine, when we announce to this accountability partner, who are we going to remove that's going to laugh at you? That's going to take, which is going to be a lot of people that are going to do it, but guess what? One day you'll be laughing your way to the bank and they'll want to be you, and then they'll be riding on your private jet asking you, how did you do all this? Right now, okay, we don't have evidence that we've done any of that stuff. So now that we're going to go do that, we're going to go build that, we're going to need discipline, we're going to need a routine, we're going to need somebody that's going to hold us accountable, and then we're going to need to remove some toxic, negative people that don't believe in us. Because if they don't believe in you, they don't deserve to be around you. If you're ready to change your life, download now.